What's up, guys? Daniel here on a hot Missouri evening, about to put together this Smoker Builder Manufacturing UDS starter kit right here. As you can see, I've got my barrel here for this looks like a water barrel, 55-gallon drum, and then over here I've got my the parts to turn it into a smoker. So that's like the thermostat, all the inlets, outlets, handles, everything like that, and then I've got my food tray back there and a baffle plate, which does not come with the kit, but I got additionally, as you can see it here, like that. So we're gonna put this all together. I'm gonna go grab a few things from the store that we're gonna need to put it together, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I'm a broke 19-year-old kid and I needed some way to get people over to my house and get some new friends and some girls. Alright, so I got me the Smoker Builder Manufacturing UDS Smoker Kit. Alright, now what this kit's going to come with is your handles, your inlet, outlet, your rack for your food, your basket, your thermometer here, your and it doesn't come with a baffle plate. It's going to come with this nice, I'll show you this later, but you basically lay it over your barrel and it shows you where to drill the holes. Really convenient. The only thing you're going to need to source besides this kit is your own barrel. And these can be found pretty cheap. This is a water barrel, I believe, with a lid. It needs to have a lid. But this kit retails on Smoker Builder Manufacturing's website for about $250. The baffle plate is the only thing I got additionally, and it's about $24 on their website. But you're going to basically, for just $250 bucks, you're going to be able to turn a regular old barrel into a competition grade smoker. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty basic project. All you're going to need is a drill and some wrenches or sockets. No welding required to put this together. You're just going to have to drill some holes and be able to assemble some stuff and also run a spray can. Tonight we're probably going to be able to drill all the holes. It's getting kind of late, we're running out of light, so we might go to the garage, but we'll probably be able to drill the holes for this and then put the first coat of paint on it at least and get this project started. So you're not going to need very many tools. It's going to be pretty easy to build. Probably just take you a few hours, and then you're going to have your very own smoker that you can call your own. So now to build this is going to be pretty straightforward. All we're going to need to have to do is drill some few holes and then bolt a few things together and paint it, obviously. So Smoker Builder recommends that you drill it, fit everything properly, get all your holes made, and all your bolts fitted, make sure everything fits properly, and then take everything apart again, paint it all up, and then once it's all painted and it's dried, then you put it back together and tighten everything up for the final assembly, right? So to paint it, of course, if you just have a bare metal barrel, it's going to rust out, which we don't want ours to do. So you need to paint it with some high heat paint. You need to use either Dopacolor or VHT, that's Victor Hotel Tango paint, either like a high heat variety, or I have some engine paint here, good up to 500 degrees, and that works fine. I'm going to paint mine dark blue and then a black for the accessory parts. So I'm going to paint the barrel dark blue and then paint all these inlets and everything black to get a little two-tone finish. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and line up all the holes, drill everything out, and then fit everything together. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do is mark out all the holes on the drum here. Now Smoker Builder has pretty well dummy-proofed this process by, you don't have to measure anything. They give you this nice sheet that you just lay on the barrel. I'll show you in a second, but it says where exactly you're going to put the holes. Now yours may look a little bit different than this one, but it's going to show you exactly where to mark your holes and drill them out. So you literally just lay it on here. It says, let's see, like this end up for the cooking rack mounts, right? So you're going to lay this at the top of your barrel, okay? And then there's these holes. Every so often you just wrap it around and you're going to mark the holes. So we're going to do that real quick. Okay guys, so I've gotten everything marked up and I'm just going to tell you what tools we're going to be using to drill everything out. So for all the bolts, you're going to need a 1/4 inch drill bit. For your holes, you're going to need a 7/8 hole saw, a 1 3/8 hole saw, and a 2-inch hole saw. Okay, right, and they go into your drill. You're either going to need a wrench or a socket that is in the size of 7/16, and that is pretty much it, except maybe the thermometer. Okay guys, so here we got to mark the holes for all the handles and the chimney. So what we set up is we got the front handle that's going to lift the lid up. We got that direct in line with the center line that you're going to see on your sheet here. And then we're going to have the chimney right behind that with the bolt, with the swivel hinge on it pointing straight backwards, okay? And that's going to go right into your lid hinge, all right, which is going to be mounted directly like that. Okay, and then perpendicular 90 degrees, we're going to mount these side handles right below the lid, but with just enough room to where they don't actually hit. And these are going to be pointed down, okay, but they're going to be 90 degrees to the front handle. So we're going to mark all that up and get to drilling. So we've gotten the top holes drilled, but now my buddy Cody is going to drill the center hole that your chimney is going to go in right here with his 2-inch hole saw. Okay, and he's got the little pilot hole already attached, but you can just use a regular bit if you don't have one. I'm just going to drill straight through so we can get this hole, and then we're going to drill the holes that go around it as well. Okay guys, so now we're going to drill the 7/8 hole for the thermometer. Okay, and that's going to go right there. Okay, so now we're going to drill the 1 3/8 hole that goes here for the air inlet, and there's going to be 2 of these, one on one side of the barrel and the other one around the other side. Just got to drill those out. Okay guys, so one quick tip we found is we had to actually waller out these holes in this flange just a little bit. So we just took our 1/4 inch bit and just wobbled it around in there, and that helped the fitting a lot better. Okay guys, so what's up? It's the next day. And I've got my barrel all drilled and ready for paint, and then we're going to assemble it. So Smoker Builder says you need about 3 cans of spray paint in order to completely coat the whole thing with 3 coats. They recommend you do 3 coats. Wait in between whatever your paint can says, so probably 15 to 20 minutes between each coat, and then you're going to need to let it cure for a day before it's going to be safe to cook on. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and clean it up with some brake cleaner, get it all ready for paint, and then get to painting. Okay guys, so I'm done with the painting. Put my barrels there. I got 3 coats of this dark blue on there, and then I've got these painted black. Those are all the parts, the handles, the vents, everything like that, the inlets, outlets. So now all that's left is just to put it back together, and we'll be good to go. So I think I'm going to get to doing that and get this sucker finished. Hey guys, alright, we're back now. We finished painting it up. I've let it cure for a day or 2. So the smoker's all ready to get put together. As you see, I've got this dark blue, and then I've got the parts as a black as a secondary color. So all the tools you're going to need to put this together is just a number 3 Phillips bit or screwdriver, a 7/16 wrench or socket, and then you're going to need something over 1 inch, like this adjustable wrench to put your thermometer on. But that's pretty much it. So super easy in terms of tools. Okay guys, so with this your spring handle here, you need to take one of these caps. You got your rod and your spring. You have to pop the spring on the rod, and then you're gonna have to put it in the handle just by bending the metal bits a little bit. Just pop it through like that. Take one of these metal caps right here. This is all stainless. Oh, so by the way, you do not need to paint this because it's all stainless. Don't paint the springs or the rods. Okay, they're stainless. They will not rust. Don't paint them. So you take the cap, put it on top, try to get it centered, and then you need to take like a mallet or a hammer or something, and you need to just give it a good whack when it's centered on there. Just like that. Easy peasy, first try. Okay guys, so it's all put together and built. We've got all the screws fitted. Everything's put together, the handles, the inlets, the outlets, the thermostat, everything. So it's done. I mean, it was really simple. Probably took us combined maybe 3-4 hours to put it together. And that was with, you know, filming everything and, you know, having to set it up. So it probably take you a little bit less time. We also made some trips to the store. So if you know, got everything at the beginning, it maybe take you like half an hour to an hour to get everything you need. But yeah, it's all done. So I'll show you real quick just how to orient it when you put it in. I've got this baffle plate here. Now this of course doesn't come with the kit, but it can be purchased additionally. So for this, it ships flat like this, and you just bend these tabs out about a ½ inch. Okay guys, now that it's set up, I'm going to show you how to put everything in the actual smoker. So it's, again, super duper simple. So you just take your charcoal basket and you just plop it down in the middle here. Now you're going to fill it up with some charcoal about halfway, I think. I'll confirm that in a bit. But then you're going to put that in first. And then if you have one, you're going to take your baffle plate, put it in right after that. Like so. It's going to go in there 15 inches from the bottom. Okay, and then just finally, you're going to put in your cooking rack. Now line that up so it's centered, and then you go, ready to cook. So before you put the cooking rack and the baffle plate on, you're obviously going to have to get the charcoal started and pour the lit charcoal on. And then you're going to, after it's already, you know, set up, then you're going to put the baffle plate and the cooking rack on the smoker. Okay guys, so before you use the smoker for the first time, you're going to need to coat it down with some PAM or canola oil spray of some sort. What's going to happen, because we didn't actually paint any of the stuff that goes inside the smoker, this is not stainless and it could rust. So spraying this oil on, what's going to happen is you're going to spray this on all the surfaces in the barrel and on your cooking rack, baffle plate, and charcoal basket. And then once it cooks for the first time, it's going to bake all that stuff on there and kind of a nice finish and coating on the metal. So that's going to preserve the metal and make it so where you're not getting, you know, paint in your food. So you'll just take your PAM, you know, just give it a nice coating. So your cooking rack, I think it's actually stainless, so you probably don't need to worry about that, but the baffle plate and the charcoal basket are definitely not. So I'm just going to give them a quick spray, but the charcoal and all the smoke and everything will probably cake on and protect the metal. Okay guys, so here's some of the items that will assist you in the actual function and operating the smoker. So we got, obviously you're going to need charcoal, so just some Kingsford original charcoal is good. You'll need a charcoal basket to start your charcoal, or not a basket, a starter. So this is actually just a Weber charcoal starter, but probably anything will be fine as long as there's something to start charcoal. I've got a instant read thermometer. Now this is just a junk Harbor Freight one, but for now it'll be fine. If you look up Inkbird instant thermometers, you need an instant read food thermometer. Look up Inkbird on Amazon, they're like $12, you can get one of those. That's probably what I'll be getting in a second. I've got some standard barbecue fare here, you know, just a tongs, a spear, and a spatula just for getting food off and on. I've got like a long wire brush for cleaning off the cooking rack, you know, after each cook. I've got a putty knife here. Now this is for cleaning off like the bottom of the barrel, because you'll get like charcoal and food remains and stuff that'll kind of cake on down there, and so you might want to clean it, you know, every month or so if you're using it quite a bit. So just take your putty knife and you can scrape all that off and then just dump it out. Obviously it doesn't need to be super clean, but just enough to where it's not getting real thick. Get like a 5-gallon bucket or something where you can throw grease and food remains like bones and stuff just right next to your cooker. Also recommended is like a small table, like a folding plastic table, something that you're not worried about messing up with, like, you know, marks or burns or cuts or something like that, that you can, you know, take with you and you know, cook your food and set it up on there. Another thing is some gloves. If you're handling like hot pans or meat or anything like that, you know, stuff that so this good combination of this cotton knit cooking, or this glove right here. This is just from Harbor Freight, real cheap. And then you combine it with a like a nitrile examination glove, like medical or food grade, and either 7 or 9 mil is a good thickness. And you're simply going to take this cotton knit glove right here, put it on, and then you're going to take your nitrile glove and put it on over that. So let's see if I can do it here. It might be a little tight. So yeah, like that. And this is going to be a real cheap, easy way to get on your smoker. You can like hold all the metal and stuff and not get your hands messed up with all the food grease. And then you can also, like, if you put like a pork butt or something in there where it's like bare meat, you can just pick it up right out of the smoker. It won't burn your hand. These are pretty well insulated with the cotton knit, and then you have the nitrile over it, so that way you can easily, you can grab the food and then just throw the glove away instead of having to wash stuff. There's also other cooking gloves out there, but this is a cheap and easy, disposable way to get food and set everything up. Okay guys, so now to fill up your charcoal basket and your charcoal starter. For the basket, we're going to fill it up about 2 inches from the top with charcoal. Okay, and then for the charcoal starter, you're just going to fill it up all the way. Okay, and then to start the charcoal, you're just going to take your charcoal starter. Okay, you see that? See that black? See, I did it wrong here. You should have started it on something that you didn't want to stain. Okay, so you're probably going to want to avoid starting it on concrete or grass, anything flammable or something you don't want to stain. So you could probably do it on wood or something like that. But we've got this old crappy grill here, and so I'm going to just take this wadded up newspaper and start it in here. So I'm just going to wad this up, set it underneath. Get my America lighter. I'm going to go light it. So that should light, and the see how there's nice smoke. The convection of the heat will rise and light the charcoal. So to wait to know how long it is until your charcoal is ready is the top of the charcoal will get white, and that's when you know that it's ready to be thrown in with the rest of the charcoal. Now all you're going to do to light this, or to start the rest of it, is just pour it on top, and I'll demo that in a second. But because of the heat convection of coming in the bottom, it will light everything up. So it'll light all the charcoal basket and you'll be fine. The operational temperature that you want to cook at is about 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And so you want to cook at that temperature. Depending on what you're cooking, obviously, you'll wait and see what look up whatever you're cooking to see what the good eating heat of that particular item is. But yeah, so we'll let this warm up, probably take 10 minutes or so. And then we're going to set our charcoal basket in there, and then our baffle plate and our cooking rack, and get to cooking. Okay guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and light it up. So I'm going to take our charcoal basket here, set it in the middle. Now for the beginning, you could probably put it on the side because you're going to have to put the new charcoal in. So, okay, now this is going to be hot. You're going to have to be fast with this one. So you're going to get your charcoal basket, right? I'm just going to do a demo before I do it first. So you're going to take it, and because you're going to have to dump it from the top, you're going to take the handle and you're going to kind of like lift it up and then like dive it into the charcoal basket. So you can like not get any in the bottom of the barrel and get it all in the basket. So I'm going to attempt that real quick. Oh, and one more thing. The charcoal basket has like a handle on top. Don't use that because you'll burn your hand trying to like, pour it in. You just want to use one hand and just kind of like drive it in. I'll show you. That's pretty good. I got some some got in the barrel, but it'll be fine. So I'm going to just take my hand real quick and try to move it to the center of the barrel. Try not to burn myself. So there you're good. I'm going to go ahead and put my baffle plate on. And we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up. Like that. And then I'm going to open the inlet. So you only need to use, unless you're in the mountains or something, for standard, we're in Missouri here, pretty low altitude. So these two inlets are kind of just for show, for looks. But for actual use, you're going to open the bottom one about a pinky's worth, so maybe like 1/2 to 1/4 inch, and then you're going to open the top the same. So just like that, like really not very much at all. You don't really want to have much air, because the more air you have, the hotter the fire will get. Okay, this charcoal can get real hot, but we want to, so we're going to try to get this thing to 300 degrees. Okay, that's going to be our operating temp, as I said. So we're going to wait for it to heat up for a while, and then we'll be ready to cook some food. Okay, so one more thing, when you're installing your thermostat, what you want to do is orient it toward the 300 degrees that is pointing straight up vertical. That way, when you're actually using it, you don't actually need to read it. You just look at it, the needle's pointing straight up, you know you're at the right temperature. Okay guys, so I just wanted to say a few things about this whole setup. One, these gloves and this combination actually works really well. I was able to handle that baffle plate without getting burned, and that was pretty hot down there. Yeah, so why would you, getting this UDS, this ugly drum smoker, obviously this one's not super ugly, it's actually kind of nice looking with the Smoker Builder's kit, but you could turn any drum into an ugly drum smoker with this kit. And for not very much money, this kit costs about $250, plus all the accessory supplies you might need. You'll probably have a bunch of them already, but you may be into this thing like $350 as it's all said and done, and you're going to have a competition grade smoker. Now this thing's super easy to operate. As we've gone through the whole setup and startup procedure. Really you're only going to just have to wait for some things, but actually setting it up is super duper easy. After this is up to temperature, to 300 degrees, you're literally just going to slap the food on, and then just walk away for a while. Obviously do your own research on how long it takes to cook things. There's loads of Facebook groups out there and forums to help you in your cooking journey. But this thing's going to be super easy to use, super easy to transport. I can pick this up myself. It's kind of awkward, but with two guys it's super easy to just move out of the garage and move on to the driveway or something like that. You can buy wheels for it. There's wheel sets and kits that you can buy for your barrel where you can literally just roll it around, or you could like drill your own casters and put those on it. But yeah, I mean, for not very much money, you're gonna have your own competition grade barbecue smoker, and in a very convenient form factor, and it looks pretty cool. You'll be able to build it. You'll have built it yourself. You can say, I did this, I painted it, I put it together. Just really great. And it's not very big. You could put it like in your apartment, or maybe, or your house or whatever. Just really neat rig. So this is gonna be really cool to cook on and get some really good high quality smoked food. Okay guys, so we're just about to 300 degrees. It looks like we're about at 270 right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the stuff on. It should be fine. Pretty much you can probably be fine from 275 to 325. You'll probably be good in that range. So for my first cook, I'm gonna go ahead and make up some brats, some firecracker brats, and a couple chunks of breakfast sausage. So for my research, the brat should take about a half an hour at this temperature, and the chubs of sausage should take about an hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on. May need to flip it like once throughout the whole thing, maybe at the halfway point. But other than that, I mean, there's literally like nothing else you have to do in order to cook this food. It's super magnets free, super easy to cook on. Literally just throw the meat on, close it, wait, that's it. And then just get it off when it's done. As you get closer to your time, you might want to check the temperature. Make sure to check the correct temperature your food should be at when it's done, and you can get your instant read thermometer like I said, and make sure all your food's right and safe to eat. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on real quick, and we'll get this cooking. Okay guys, so that's literally as easy as it is. I just put the meat on the rack there, and I'm just gonna go ahead and close it up and wait till it's done. So there you go. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it's been about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna give these bratwursts a quick flip. close that back up. The brat should take about 45 minutes, and the chubs should take about an hour and a half. So we'll probably go and flip the chubs at about 45 and take the brats off. Okay guys, so it's been about 45 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take the brats off. Just going to confirm with my cheap Harbor Freight thermometer. I definitely recommend you invest in a better thermometer. But going to poke it into this brat here. So yep, it's about at 160 like it's supposed to. So I'm going to go ahead and get these off real quick. I'm going to go ahead and flip these chubs over. Yeah, and you want to be careful of the smoke. Just don't let it, kind of get in your eyes and kind of, mess you up a little bit. Just going to close that back up and leave it for another 45 minutes or so. But I think we'll go in the house real quick and try one of these brats. Okay guys, so got these brats, gonna go up to the kitchen and taste it. I'm gonna put it out of my garage. Cracked pepper buns. There you go, get a taste of it and then put some mustard on, see how that goes. Firecracker brats, Johnsonville. Never had these before, but they're probably going to taste even better now that they're smoked. So go ahead and give that a taste here. Just like the real deal. Proper smoked brat right there. Delicious. Worth it. Smoked meat. It's the way to go. Smoker Builder Manufacturing. Okay guys, so there you have it. We've successfully gotten our first batch of smoked food. It tastes great. Not very much work involved in terms of the actual cooking process. Just literally slapped it on the plate and then just flipped it, and that was it. And got it out. We're eating it. So if you want to build your own smoker and build your own cooker and everything like that, you can get all of these parts and pieces at smokerbuildermfg.com. Smoker Builder Manufacturing. Link will be in the description of this video, I'm sure. And you can buy all the stuff you've seen in this video, like the barrel, the actual kit to turn it into a smoker, the UDS kit. You can also use that on different barrels, and then the baffle plate and anything like that. They're all at that website, smokerbuildermfg.com. Link in the description. So if you want to become a competition cooker like me, soon to be, then click the link down below and get started today. So thanks guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna have another one. These are pretty good.